So this is what I think everyone's plan of action should be, is that find an online job somewhere in nature, somewhere abroad, wherever, somewhere in another state, somewhere in outside of your city that's in a smaller environment, whatever it is, just find it somewhere that you're going to be surrounded by nature, because nature is the one thing that fuels our soul. Find that job, go start working that job, and have more of a simplistic lifestyle, so that you're not in a place where you don't have enough to cover all your expenses and what you need, right? And the next step is that you need to get rid of your addictions. Whatever it is, get rid of alcohol, get rid of smoking, get rid of anything that's an unnecessary expense. And also for your body, don't poison yourself anymore. Put healthy foods in your body and get rid of the things that are poisoning you. It's not worth it. And then you'll start to really enjoy and appreciate your surrounding when you get rid of those addictions. And then the next step is that if you can't, say, get a job online, then start focusing on whatever your field is. How can you start your own business on that? Use the funds that you're getting, and if you're strong enough and you quit alcohol and all these substances and you cut out your expenses so that you only have to pay rent and bills, and you limit the amount of bills that you have by getting rid of a car and taking the subway, let's say, for example. When you start doing all these things, then you can put that money, extra money, into your business, right? It's like a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that. I don't have the means to do that or whatever. But all you have to do is rearrange your mind and make it so that you have the means. If it means moving out of your beautiful apartment so that you go live in a room for a few months until your business takes off, then you do that so that you cut out that expense of rent and you can put more money into your business. But you got to do the consistency on working on it every day, and when you come back from work, you're putting those hours in and working on it instead of going out with your friends. So anything is possible. You see all these entrepreneur videos, all these motivational videos. What do they say? They tell you all these things on how to make your passions, your dreams, your ideas come to fruition, is by taking these steps. So it's like, you want something to happen, you gotta think about it nonstop, take aligned action, and cut out the things that are distracting you in order to make that happen. And it's possible. I'm walking proof that things are possible, that I thought I was going to live in Toronto my whole life, that I just had an idea of Spain one day and I started to take aligned action to see that come to fruition. So anything is possible, whether you start off with the means or not. You can make the means for something to happen if you have that idea in your brain of what you see your life looking like, right? So yeah, we just have to be very adamant on seeing what type of future that we want, and then after, the universe will send us opportunities to make that happen. But we have to take aligned action. When he sends us a sign, when he sends us the opportunity, when he sends us that intuitive hit to work on that thing now, we can't say, no, I'm tired today, I'm gonna go watch a movie instead. No, you have to say, okay, do what I need to do, take a cold shower, get out of the shower, drink a tea if you need to, if caffeine is on borderline of how much caffeine we should intake, or if we should take caffeine, but that's another topic that I've already talked about. Do what you need to so that you have the energy to get that thing done that you need to work on, to get yourself to a place where you're living in nature and where you're not stuck in this concrete jungle working till you're 65 for someone else, because AI is going to be the new thing that people are going to be using, and a lot of industries are going to not need employees anymore. People are gonna lose their job, because why? You put your faith in your job that is never stable. Because we think that we're in a job for 20 years, 10 years, it doesn't mean that it's stable, because at any moment the industry can change. That's why working on yourself is how you make yourself in the best position ever. So it's either working online, selling a product, knowing how to use AI, creating a business in the field that you've already went to school for, that you already gained the skills with, or starting something completely new. So just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and take aligned action. That's how you make things come true. But you have to change your mindset, change your programming, nourish your body, nourish your soul. spend some time in isolation, spend time reflection. Like, all of these things are not easy to do. It takes work, it takes sacrifice. But what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to spend your life and be at 65 and be like, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that, and be regretful? Or are you going to take the steps now to make your life better so that 65 you don't look back and be like, I didn't really experience life, I didn't really get to live, I just went on 2 weeks vacation and stayed there on the resort, and that was it, right? Like, that was what my whole life was looking forward to, those 2 weeks vacation a year, instead of traveling the world and seeing everything and being in nature and feeling that calmness and serenity. Now you're 65 and you're on a bunch of pills because you didn't take care of your heart, you didn't reduce your stress, you didn't put yourself in an environment where you would thrive. So this is where you're at, right? So really think about it, because every day is not promised. So hopefully we all live till 100, but as we know, people have heart attacks, people have all these things that happen as a result of them being in a stressful environment, as a result of them not taking care of their body, as a result of them putting poison into their body, as a result of them not getting sunlight. So it's like so important for us to have self-love, and self-love means taking care of ourselves and making sacrifices to get rid of addictions and break free from the programming that society ingrains in us and tells us that we need to do in order to thrive. No, you've been lying to us the whole time, and now we know the truth.